Right, tankers, it's Mad Friday and welcome back to the channel. Right, Comet replay. Having a root out in my hard drive at the minute. Come across this replay. It's from when I was doing the Comet Diary, trying to get my 30th barrel mark in the Comet, which I've done. And for some reason I didn't show this replay. It's a really good one. Yeah, quite an unexpected outcome. Right, someone's shooting at me. Don't know what. Anyway, so on this map. Push straight to the middle, get some spots, get some damage done. Where am I on the map? Can't really see. Yes, I'm right in the middle, almost. So I'm just sat here trying to snipe out some shots on some turrets from all the people that have been lit up at the back over there. Right, there we go. Got 2 gun marks at the minute, so this is in my hunt for the 3rd. Remember, when you go for barrel marks, you don't need the win. You just need lots of damage and assist points. Although it's nice to win. And it's kind of how you gauge how you're doing in World of Tanks, isn't it? By your win rate. Yeah, so maybe if your win rate's not that good, maybe you should be more interested in barrel marks. Because if you can get 3 marks in every tank you like to play, when it's not you that's doing anything wrong, because if you get your 3rd mark, you're in the top 5% of all players in that tank. So if you're in the top 5% of all players in that tank, and if your win rate's not that good, it's not your fault. And this is going to be one of those games as well. This is a tier 8 game, and it's going to be a defeat. And it's not going to be my fault. Well, I suppose. How can you say it's not? Well, that was a snapshot from that Tiger 2. Hate it when they do that. They swing their turret round, lock onto you, and before their turret's even round and point at you, the round's away, and it hits you. Yeah, very depressing. Right. So I'm just hugging the mid-ridge. It's T-3485. He wants to die, and he has, but he took a little bit more health off me. Yeah, best thing to do in this map on in a medium tank is to just keep running the mid-ridge. Don't really have any opportunity here to use max gun depression without being far back in our own lines. So the chances of my turret holding up here, especially against the Tiger 2, are very slim. Right, so there we go. I don't hang around. I'm getting aimed at. Get a couple of assist ruins. Which again, when you're aiming for barrel marks, getting assist ruins are just as good as getting damage ribbons. So you can see I'm on my APCR rounds now. Getting towards the end of the diary, I did bump up my stock of APCR a lot. The amount of tier 8, tier 9 games I was getting in, and then being top on damage, yeah. It's crazy. Luckily, no enemy SPGs in this game, so I can pull back and be quite safe once I'm out of these tanks' gun lines. And even though I've got TM put in, I'm running coated optics instead of vert stabs. If any guys have watched my MOE diaries before, you'll know why I do that. But even with all that view range, I still don't have enough to spot the guys that are down in their sort of A1, B1 area, so I really could do with someone going to get in that bush. But the enemy's team pushed right through, look. Is that KV4? No, it's KV3. Still using my premium. I could have swapped back to ideally there, but the time I would have lost swapping ammo type for the KV3. That's the whole time of a round going down the range, and I probably wouldn't have got 2 pens there out of that. Well, it's a tricky situation. We've lost our flank this side. And we've got a TD YOLOing towards me. I need to pay more attention to that. Yeah, so we've kind of lost the advantage this side, but I'm just going to keep plugging away. Get an assist ribbon there. Showing to get the kill there. And again, I'm auto-aiming far too much these days. Watching back some of my old replays from my hard drive, I definitely got a lot more lazy in the way I'd play. A year ago, I never ever used auto-aim unless I was firing on the move and trying to do the circle strafe, and that was the only time I really used it. And now I seem to use it far too much. And again, there. Shot was never going to go in, just wasted a round. And come the end of this replay, I'm going to need those rounds. Right, I said about this bit as well before, tea and pudding on this tank, ditch the fire extinguisher. If you're playing the Comet correctly, i.e. you're only showing your turret, there's very little chance of getting set on fire. So no real need for a fire extinguisher. Come on, repair wheel rage. There we go. Need the gun on this tank. It lives and dies by its gun, so having a damaged gun on this thing is... yeah, it's just going to ruin the whole game for me. Right, so I reposition. Sitting over there and getting spotted all the time is not doing me any good. Hopefully I can do some good from back here, but even my APCR rounds on this Tiger turret, I'm going to be very lucky to penetrate them. Just look at the alpha of this gun. Tier 7 tank that only does that little per shot. The amount of times you have to hit even an equal tier heavy tank to kill them is ridiculous. Oh, needed that health as the T29. So I'll get away from him and only take one more hit from a T29. And I see the opportunity to go and assassinate a tank destroyer over here. Well, so the enemies push the other flank. Kind of ruined what I was doing over there. There's auto aim again. Wasted another round. Yeah, the enemies have pushed the other flank. They've won that flank now. So the only thing I can do is to flank again and try and put some pressure on from the other side. Absolutely no point me trying to face off against whatever was over there. Tiger 2, T29, some TDs, KV3. I'll just die. Comet is all about the range and using that gun. So I locked onto that target. I had no hit indicator, so I just unlocked and decided to look for something else. Right, here we go. KV-85, one of their base campers. Can't ignore him, and I'm going to ignore him later because there's something much more important going on. It's going to end up costing me. Quick kill there. That helps. Evened up the numbers. Well, so there's the T29, he's pushed over, they're almost at our cap. I've pushed back to the ridgeline, but remember the KV-85 is behind me, but the cap is far more important at this point. So I'm trying to get into a position where I can lay in some cover and fire and reset the cap, get some damage done, but the minute I get spotted, that KV-85 behind me is going to be a problem. Right, so I'm getting aimed at. Who is it? It could be them. Right, so now I'm unspotted. I'm a little bit safer now. There we go. He hits me anyway. Good shot from him. And he's blind firing the same position. I would do the same. Right, so now I'm literally stuck between a rock and a hard place. I've got all the tanks to the front that I really need to deal with, and I've still got a tier 6 heavy tank behind me. That could be just as much of a problem as the tier 8 tanks are in front. Go for the most important target while I can. While I've got his side, the only opportunity now, without any premium rounds, to kill him and to take him down. Right, so now I've been spotted. The KV-85 is looking at me, you can tell. Here we go. Am I going to take a hit? There we go, bang. But I had to do that. I get unspotted and running a camo crew on this tank, and I'd recommend you do that. And this is why. You need to be able to sneak around and do things that you couldn't do in another tank. Right, so now I've changed my angle. I need to get more distance from the KV-85, but still be in range of these dudes down at the cap. We can still do this. Right, he goes blind. I would have liked to have killed him, but we killed the Conqueror GC. There's the T29. Starting to run low on rounds now. There we go, we get a hit. Well, an assist ribbon there, even. Right, I'm trying to scope out a shot with only my standard rounds, and I've got 7 left. T29's armour's not great on its hull, but at that angle, with me with only my 140 something pen, I think it is, with the standard rounds. There we go, down to 4 AP and 3 HE rounds. I'm spotted. Where's that KV-85? There he is. He missed his first shot. Can I get away? Going as fast as I can, but no, he takes me out. There we go. And we can see now he doesn't have the big gun. Probably would have been better off if he did have the big gun for me. There'd be more chance of him missing. Right, there we go. I did as much as I could. I fired nearly every round in the tank. Did waste a few rounds at the start, and some of the APCR rounds I used to guarantee some damage at the start would have been much more useful at the end there against that T29. If I could have killed that T29 there, I could have gone to that side of the map and used my gun depression to come back over the ridge line to fight the KV-85, and that would have been a win. Right, so here goes the KV-85. He's off on his way up to the top of the hill. I get the idea of what he's doing here. He's getting himself into a position where he can shoot down onto the cap. But in this tank with that turret and gun, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have the view range. Even with binos, you think he'd still need a pretty good crew to be able to do this. Right, so there we go. He can't see what's in the cap. He's having a go at blind firing. Yeah, good idea. Quite a big cap circle though. And there we go. He doesn't manage to take down the win there for our team. Right, quick look at the results then. 5,500 experience without double. That's with some experience multipliers I left on from my crew skill. The operations, which is completely stupid. Seems this is a tank I've already gone through. But yeah, so don't do that, fellas. It's a waste of an op. Anyway, high caliber master ace tanker, still at 2 barrel marks. Top gun for the 6 kills and a defender. Just under 2k base experience. Not a bad game there, especially when you're hunting for barrel marks. But in terms of win rate, I could have pulled that off myself if I'd have been a little bit more careful with my ammunition. I know I said it earlier, that T29 there. If I'd have just had 2 or 3 APCR rounds for the end, I could have killed him. And then I could have killed the KV-85 very easily just by getting a lot of distance from him and killing him from stealth. Anyway, didn't take the win on that one, but I hope you enjoyed it. Right, if you did enjoy it, give it a like, and I will catch you very soon with some more. Right, see you later.